Welcome in, Blitzers, to another week of the Blitz Report. I'm your host, Eric. This week, we're going to be discussing the national championship game and looking ahead to the Super Bowl this Sunday. Bringing our co-host, Showmaker. How's it going, brother?
It's going good, man. Going really good.
Good. Got your
really good.
got your attire on, ready to go?
Yes, sir.
Heck yeah. Let's talk. First, we're going to talk about this. We're going to talk about the Super Bowl, but first, let's talk a little bit about the national championship game against Indiana, Miami.
Well, kind of like I thought it'd be. Miami came out firing on all cylinders, came out playing hot and ready. But Indiana had answers for them, And at the end of the game, Carson Beck, of course, makes the big mistake. I feel like Mendoza in that game definitely showed why he should be, probably the first pick in the draft, I would imagine. He's got the composure. He's got enough arm talent or throwing skill. He moves enough. I mean, he's not, Josh Allen with moving. He's not, Caleb Williams with moving, but he showed that he can move enough. If you need to get 5 or 10 yards, he could probably do that. And his arm is, I wouldn't, if I was a cold weather team, he probably wouldn't be somebody that I'd be that crazy about. But you're in Vegas, so half of your games are probably going to be warm, more than half, especially your home games.
Right.
I do know he can throw in cold weather because Indiana is a pretty cold state, but, some of these places, like when you're talking Wisconsin or you're talking Massachusetts, or Minnesota, I mean, that weather right there, it's just smack you in the damn face,
Yeah.
So, but I feel like, with it being a warmer weather NFL place, I feel like Vegas, I don't think he'll have a problem. Of course, he'll have to go on the road some and he'll have to learn how to throw in even colder weather than what he's used to. But, all in all, man, I think he's definitely first. Now, Carson, I think Mendoza will be the first pick, unless the Raiders are just stupid. But I think they're doing everything possible to set it up for him. I mean, last year the Raiders, they had Pete Carroll. Tom Brady was thinking bring back an older defensive coach. That really didn't work. Geno really was a sad situation too.
Yeah.
Well, this year they went young everywhere. I mean, they're going to hire the pass game coordinator, I think it is, for the Seahawks, Clint Kubiak. They got John Spytek, which is the GM, which is Brady's guy. Tom Brady, part owner. And they're going to get Mendoza, and I think they'll be on the correct path. Now, as far as Carson Beck goes, I think he's got to come out for the draft. Isn't his eligibility up?
Yeah, it's up.
Yeah, and I just wonder where he might go. I mean, I know he'll get drafted. I mean, Dylan Gabriel got drafted, so I'm not – used to be when you were a quarterback back in the day, back in the 80s and 90s, you had to worry about if you would get drafted. Now they draft quarterbacks just to see if they can turn them into something. Carson Beck, I've got about a third, late third, maybe early fourth round grade on. That's kind of where I've got him. I think it will depend on the team that he goes to in the development. I don't know that he'll ever be a starter, but maybe he could be a bridge starter someday. I mean, the funny thing is him and the guy at Clemson, Klubnik, they were supposed to be like the top two quarterbacks in the last 2 years. They have just not delivered, man. It's been a sad situation for both. And I think Clay Klubnik has another year of eligibility.
Yeah.
I think he's a little younger. So, and Garrett Nussmeier, man, he just fell off a damn map. I don't know. I think he's got one more year of eligibility possibly. But if I'm him or Cade Klubnik, I stay college one more year, try to get some good tape out there. They say Mendoza could go back to college. He does have more eligibility, but he's smart. He has declared for the draft. I say he's smart because you need to go to the draft while you have the best tape.
Absolutely. Oh yeah.
You know.
With the draft coming up too, we're also going to cover that. I was going to go ahead and say that we're going to cover the draft this year. Like as is going on, we'll be on here going live as the first round goes. We'll do that. So, and I'm looking forward to that this year too as well. So, but yeah, talking more about the national championship game. It was a really good game. Coming out the gate. A lot of people thought that Indiana was just going to dominate Miami, but Miami's defense showed up and they played. It was a fair game all the way up until halftime, and then things kind of shifted to Indiana's way. I mean, Mendoza, he took that big hit going into the end zone. That just showed the team like, hey, this guy's willing to put it all out on the line to win this thing. So,
yeah, and back to the game, dude, like that's why I had a score of like a 3-point game. You know what I mean? Because I figured it would be iron sharpen iron. I feel like I said, I didn't think Miami would win, but I also said that, that I'm not going to say they couldn't win. I'm not picking them to win, but I believe Miami could have. If Carson Beck cleans things up and does things a little better, I mean, we're having a totally different conversation here.
Yeah, absolutely, dude. I mean,
but that Miami defense, bro, that deep, ooh, shit.
Yeah.
And they got some freshmen and sophomores on there too. It's not all, they got some great people they got some great juniors and seniors that are going to go to the draft and be drafted really high. Especially that guy named, I think his name is Blaine, or is it Blaine? Is that his name?
Could be.
He wears the colorful mouth guard.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of the players on Miami's team are they're about to leave. So,
dude, he's gonna be a top 5. But I've heard good things about their in the draft, but I've heard good things about their sophomores and juniors that are going to stay. Like that, they're going to be a stacked defense for a while. They're going to be a problem.
Is it Bodie? Is that his name?
It's something like that. I thought it was.
I know who you're talking about. He's been playing really good all season long. Like he's been stellar.
Dude, I saw him light somebody up. I was like, "That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about."
Yeah, I also had him a 3-point game. I picked him 30, 34, 31. I mean, it really didn't disappoint though. Just to be completely honest. And Miami, I really thought Miami was going to win this thing going, at the end there, that winning drive. But, Carson Beck, and as you being a Georgia fan,
not a Georgia fan anymore. I'm just a college football fan now. I told you I'm shipping you my Georgia gear once I get moved.
All right. We'll put it in the backyard and burn it for you, huh?
So I don't care.
It's whatever, man.
It's whatever, really, dude. It's whatever, man. I'm just a college football fan now. I have no biases anyway.
Yeah.
I mean, like I said, I'll still watch a big game or two that Georgia plays, but I'm not going to sit there every Saturday and just, if they're on, I'm watching them. No, I'm going to flip through. I might watch somebody else if they got a better game on, dude.
Yeah, I mean, college football is different now. It's a lot different. So
it is.
But I understand completely where you're coming from there. The national championship game though, man, like I'm not trying to bring political stuff in, but Donald Trump was there. You had a lot of celebrities there during the game as well. But
yeah, and see, that's why I'm glad Dante Moore's going back to college because, like I said, I feel like you should go draft when you have your best game out there. And I know Dante Moore wasn't in this game. I know he's the quarterback at Oregon. I'm not confused or anything, okay? But I'm glad he's going back to college because I believe he needs another year. Now, But like I said, I think Miami. I don't think Indiana's going anywhere. I tell you, the Indiana vibe I get from Kirby Cincinnati is a Saban vibe, though. Like I know Kirby learned under Saban, but I don't get the Saban vibe from him. I get more of like attitude and personality wise. Personality wise, Kirby gives me the Steve Spurrier feeling.
Mm-hmm.
Like his personality and everything reminds me a lot of Steve Spurrier. It really does. But Kirk Cincinnati, his personality reminds me of Saban more, to be honest with you.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, but yeah, man, this national championship, I mean, there probably couldn't have been two better teams this year to play it. I mean, that game was just amazing. I mean, it was, you know, hats off to both of them, dude. It was a hell of a game.
Yep. Congratulations to Indiana for the win, though. Their first win in school history. Really, national champions. Amazing.
Yeah.
All right, let's shift gears over to the Super Bowl this year. You got the New England Patriots. New England Patriots against the Seattle Seahawks, man. Could be a really good game.
Patriot Nation, baby, 100%.
Could be a pretty good game.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it'll really be a great game. I really do. But, you know, I mean, what can I say? My favorite Super Bowl the Patriots ever won was 28-3 against the Atlanta Falcons.
Yep.
And I was born in Georgia. I'm a diehard Patriot fan. I hate the Falcons. God, I hate the Falcons. Lord, I hate everything about them. But, you know, this game is the New England Patriots. This will be the 11th Super Bowl they've made, more than any other franchise in the NFL. Robert Kraft has made very strategic decisions ever since he's on the team. And this is the third, I don't know if you know this or not, but this is the third quarterback coach combo he will be putting in the Super Bowl. First, there was Drew Bledsoe and Bill Parcells. We know about Brady Belichick. Now it's Vrabel May. I mean, 3 different coaches, 3 different quarterbacks. But yet, NFL Hall of Fame. You should be ashamed of yourself. You put Jerry Jones in, who ain't done half of what Robert Kraft has done for the NFL and ain't been to nowhere near the number of damn Super Bowls. But yet Jerry Jones is in? That's fine. You know why it's fine? Because all that matters, this is what Robert Kraft said when he got snuffed from the Hall of Fame. All that matters is the win Sunday, baby. Let's go, Pats! Now, all right, let's break this game down. Let's get to this damn game. Anyway, so Seattle has a horrific defense, but that defense to me is not going to be as big a problem as the Houston defense for New England. Now, the reason I say this is not being a Patriots homer or nothing. Let me get this is me just being me, unbiased as much as I can be. All right, the reason I say that is where are the Houston's Texans dangerous? On the edges. Where are the Seahawks dangerous? In the middle. Well, our best line people are our center, our right guard, and our right tackle. Because our left side is freshmen. And actually, I'm going to take this off because I'm a little, give me 1 second. Sorry, this room here, as I was telling Mr. Eric, Mr. Blitzer there, that this room isn't connected to the rest of the house in a way where it has the AC and the heat. So I get hot, then I get cold, then I get hot, then I get cold. But so I had to take the hoodie off. But all right, so like I was saying, where Houston is very dangerous is on the edges, which our left tackle Will Campbell and our guard Jared Wilson, this is their first year. They're freshmen in the league. Are you okay? Okay. So they have a bit of a time, on the left side. But the Seahawks are really good in the middle towards the right side. That's where their real powerful players are. Now, I'm not saying their defense is bad on the edges. It's just not to the level of the Texans and the Broncos on the edges from the reports that I read and everything. So I still don't give the advantage to the Patriots offensive line. I'm just saying it may be a little better for May, the fact that their best power is the middle of that defensive line and their safeties. Their quarterbacks are okay on that defense. Their safeties they're pretty good. So it'll be similar to playing the Texans, but I think the Patriots will do a little better, especially May, because, well, it's not the edge pressure that they dealt with. Also, Texans blitz a lot more. Where the Seahawks pressure, they don't really blitz that much. They're in zone most of the time. They really don't do man. Well, last time I looked it up, Drake May carves up zone. I mean, during the regular season, the teams were nowhere near the playoff teams they played, ranking-wise or power move-wise, whatever you want to say. But when it comes to zone defense, Drake May usually carves it up pretty good. So, yeah, and also, so that's their offense. Their offensive line is pretty good. They're about like Denver. The Patriots defense had no problem with Denver's offensive line. It's about the same. They're strong about the same places. I know that Denver had a backup quarterback. I get that. And Sam Arnold can move and throw better probably than Bo Nix can. I understand that. But I do think the Denver offensive line is actually better than the Seahawks offensive line. And New England had no problem getting to Stidham. I don't think they would have had a problem with Bo Nix because their offensive line did not hold up worth of nothing the way the Patriots just did combos and tackles and in-round blitz and blitz zero and just the way they dialed it up and everything. So, and then the quarterbacks. That's the one area where everybody's like, well, yeah, the Patriots have the better quarterback, but the way Sam Darnold's played through the playoffs. Okay, well, they played 2 playoff games, the Seahawks did. Both teams didn't have a good defense. The Patriots and Drake May have been through the toughest defensive schedule anybody's ever been through in the history of the NFL since they started tracking it and got to the Super Bowl. So I expect, and also every game the Patriots played was below 40 degrees in the playoffs. One was a sleet game. One was a damn blizzard. What stats do you expect Drake May to put up in a blizzard? You can't even see. Come on now, you can't even see. So I think, now don't get me wrong, the Seahawks, as far as individual talent goes, are the better team. Have the better offensive line, I do believe. Okay? I do believe they technically have the better wide receivers. But I am definitely picking New England, and that's not just because I'm a homer. Well, yeah, I'd still pick them. But anyway, I am picking New England because it's going to be sunny and 60 or 70. It's going to be somewhere between 50 and 70 and sunny. And I think Drake May is going to have more time to sit back there and just throw that long ball and carve them up. Now, the thing about Drake May also that I think makes him very dangerous, a lot of teams, the quarterback has a number one receiver. Well, everybody knows how Josh McDaniels does it. There's not a number one receiver. Just throw it to the open guy. That's pretty much how they play it in New England.
Right.
That's how they've always done it. So I believe the fact that they know JSN is pretty much who they're going to have to double cover. And they don't know who Drake May might throw it to. Hell, Drake May might toss it to the running back to throw to him and him run down the field. That play didn't work last time, but it might work this time. So I'm counting on Drake May having a hell of a game. I'm counting on, the defense making Sam Arnold make some mistakes, I believe, is really a big part of this game. They say he used to see ghosts, and he said that the first time he said that was when he played. Second time he played the Patriots, like, because I feel like I'm seeing ghosts. There's extra people on the field, And I'm kind of with Sam Arnold. I'm just kind of waiting on the ball to drop. I'm just kind of waiting on a Barmore, Milton Williams to hit him a couple of good times. Like I said, I believe that offensive line for the Seahawks is better than ours, but I believe they're more susceptible. Drake May, yes, he might get hit, he might get sacked, but here's the thing. Drake May, if you look at all the playoff games, every playoff game, something happens. He never goes into that blender like C.J. Stroud or Justin Herbert, or we've seen Sam Darnold go into that blender plenty of times.
Yeah.
So between the way our blitz packages, Drake May and Mike Vrabel and Josh McDaniels, because you can't tell me we ain't got the better coach. I mean,
right. No, I mean, Sam Darnold there, he's been to Carolina, he's been to the Jets, and now he went with Minnesota. Now he's with Seattle. I think now he's in an offense that actually fits him, okay? I will say that.
I agree.
Just looking here at some of their stats, Sam Darnold's 4,000 yards and Drake May's 4,300 yards, okay? Drake May has eight interceptions, Sam Darnold 14 interceptions this year.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
that line of the Seahawks, that O-line is good, but they can be had, especially on the edges where we're strong.
Absolutely. I mean, and this is a really good matchup to me. Both teams 14-3. You got two really good quarterbacks that are playing really good right now. Two good defenses. This is going to be a hell of a game. It really is. ESPN predictors got they've got the Seahawks 60 to New England 40%. So they're all in on Seattle. But you never know with these things, really.
Hold on a second. Hold on one second. Hold on.
ESPN now.
Hey.
Yep.
Draco May, baby. Draco May. Hey, you know what? We all we got, we all we need.
Yep.
So there you go. But yeah, no, I think it will be a good game. Of course, the Patriots are the underdogs. And, don't get me wrong. I understand why we're the underdogs. I get it. And, I like that. I like that we're the underdog. I mean, the Patriots are the type of team to where, and they have that type of mentality about them, starting back from the Belichick-Brady days, and Vrabel has that same mentality to where we want you to count us out. We want by kickoff for ESPN to give Seahawks 80% chance to win the damn game.
Yeah.
That's what we want. That's what we live for.
I think, to be honest with you, I think if the Patriots, if they win this game, it's going to really come down to Landry, if he can get sacks on the quarterback. You know what I'm saying?
I,
He's had.
I hear what you're saying, but there's been a lot of games where he's had to go out for halves and stuff like that because he's a more veteran player.
Yeah.
And Barmore, Milton Williams, and Chason have really just made the quarterback's life a living hell. But yeah, if Landry is healthy, that would be a good. But I don't think he's gonna be. I think he's gonna be limited on time, to be honest with you.
He's the team leader in sacks this year, 8.5 sack. He's good though, like you said. You know, if he can play like 75% of the game, I think they have a good chance. And with them younger guys too, that have been stepping up, playing good, like you're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
So, like I said, it's going to be a really good game. Both teams are evenly matched. You know, ESPN, you know, they can, you know what I'm saying, when it comes to their predictions. Because they're always right.
Like I said, I'm fine with it, dude. I have no qualms. Go ahead. I want ESPN to give them 80%. Go ahead. Vegas got them by 4.5, I think now, maybe 5. Keep bringing that number up. Come on.
But I just think it's incredible. Drake May, he's been playing good all season. Rookie. Here he is in the Super Bowl. I mean, there's been multiple rookies in the NFL career that have made their first season to the Super Bowl, you know? But
no, there's not that many.
I know there's not that many, but there's been like 3 or 4. So, but I just think it's incredible that he's done that. And with the team that's around him, that's, you know, I think they're playing really good right now. But,
I mean, it's amazing he's done it in year 2. And there's only 8 quarterbacks to ever make it in year 2. And he's one of the 2 youngest because one of the other guys I think was the same age. So, but you know, the thing about it is people are like, well, if Bo Nix would have played in the Blizzard, okay, if Bo Nix plays, we would have played a different game. That's what people need to understand about Josh McDaniels, Mike Vrabel. We don't have a certain set idea. We play based on the opponent that we are playing and who they are, what pro athletes they're playing that day. Like, you can't say that because you can watch one Patriot game and then watch another one and get a whole different look on the offense and defense.
You've got mail.
Yeah, absolutely, dude.
Based off opponents. So, I mean, a lot of teams have a certain system and, you know, they try to basically play their system against the opponent, where what we do is we take the opponent and say, okay, how do we fit our system into it? More so. Like, how do we fit ours into it? Not how do we fit you into ours? So,
absolutely, dude.
It's a little bit different.
Yeah. Go ahead.
I was going to say I might have said that backwards, but I think everybody gets what I'm saying.
No, we get it. A little different. Yeah,
that's all.
What's your predictions on this game?
All right, my line has actually moved by the Patriots winning by more. I was thinking 3-point game for a while. I'm gonna go. Matter of fact, I'm gonna go real big. I'm gonna go 31-21. Go Pats. All
right, there you have it, people. There you have it.
That's how I'm going to go. I was going to go a 3-point game, and then I thought I'm going to go 31-21 because I think this game's going to get away from Sam Darnold. See, Sam Darnold plays better usually when he plays really good. If he has a problem, he'll have his problems in the second half. Drake May, when he comes on and starts throwing that thing and doing the Draco, guess what? Second half, he's had 124 passer rating before. Just in the second half before.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Well, I think it's gonna. Yeah. What is your prediction? Tell me your opinion on it, man.
I don't know. I mean, I kind of like.
You gotta pick something.
I kind of like Seattle, but I do like. New
fine.
England too. It's tough. It's a tough pick, man. It really is.
You gotta pick something though, because this is the only show we're gonna be able to do before the.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Seattle. I'm gonna pick Seattle. Okay. I'm gonna go 28-17. 28-21, Seattle.
Okay.
But
Yeah.
I like what Seattle's done this season. I do like what New England's done as well, but I feel like Seattle's defense has got it done. But we'll see. We'll see what happens.
What was I gonna say? Yeah, I was close to going the same score as you, but the other way.
Yeah.
But I just kind of thought to myself, I said, you know what? About once every 3-4 games during the year, Drake Bay would have one of those games where he just lit the shit up, and I'm just like, you know what? It's about time. It's about time.
It's about that time. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Well, with that being said, I hope everybody has a wonderful weekend. I hope your team wins in the Super Bowl or whoever you're pulling for. Awesome commercials. Everybody knows that every year. But yeah.
Hold on. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You know why? Because if you're a Seahawks fan, I don't care if you win. I really don't give a crap. If you pull for the Seahawks, I hope you lose your money. I really don't care.
he don't.
It's go New England. It's us against the world. The evil empire is back.
Don't believe that. Okay, here we go. See you, buddy. Take it easy.
See you, buddy. Have a good one.